Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to learn about tuples. So what is tuple? Tuple is basically same as list, but there is some differences also. So if anyone asks us about the definition of tuple, then we should tell them that tuple is immutable sequence of Python objects. So what is immutable sequence of Python objects? Let's first clear this out. Alright, so first we'll need to learn that what is sequence here. As in the previous video I have told you about list. So list is what? List is a sequence of data that we want to store in a list. So sequence here is equal to the information or the data that we have. Now the term immutable. So what is immutable? Immutable means that can't be changed. Okay, we will come to this, and after that Python objects. I have already mentioned that everything is an object in Python. If you create a variable, if you create a function, if there is an instance, everything is an object in Python. So let's move to tuple now. So tuple is sequence of those Python objects that can't be changed. So here I will create here a variable name as tuple1. After that I will just give here a string named as bond, and if I give here a single comma here, now this become a tuple data type, or you can give another value here like so. Now this is a tuple1 have bond string and James string in it, and these two strings are separated with a comma. And there is another method too to write a tuple is you just need to give brackets, round brackets, and then I will just give here the values. So this one is not a tuple. We have a round brackets, but we do not have comma here. So if there is no comma, then this is not a tuple. Same goes with the above example that I have told you. If I remove the James and comma both, so this is a string now, not a tuple. But if I give here a comma, now it becomes a tuple. So this is how you write a tuple. We store information in tuples, but now if we have created this tuple, now it can't be changed. I will give you the proof of it. Now before giving you a proof, I want to tell you what is an ID in Python. So ID is basically a function that returns a unique ID for a specified object. All objects in Python has its own unique ID. For suppose if we want to create a variable name as number, and I assigned it 7, so now 7 is assigned to variable named as number. So if I want to know its ID, that is a unique number that has been given to variable number, so I just need to just give here parameter as number. If we type a variable name into the function, so in the brackets if we type it, we call it parameter. Now I want to print that ID, so I write the print function and I will run it now. Right click on the data types and then run this file. As you see, we have got an ID here, and the ID is this. So this number, whenever I will run the program, this value will get changed. So I will run it again and you will see that the value will be different next time. As you can see, I have got the 7. Run it again. Now I'm getting another value. So every time if I run this, basically what is going on here is the number variable is assigning to different memory locations whenever I run the program. And for suppose if the number value is assigned to this memory address, and when I will run the program again, then the number value will be assigned to another memory address, and the before memory address will be erased completely. Let me give you this line here. Now I have given here two statements exactly the same. So basically ID is a unique number that represents the memory address. So if ID will give the memory address of number here, for suppose I will get here 77. For now, let's suppose, so I will get here 77 again. So in a program, your ID number will be the same always, but if you rerun it again, then you will get the different number. I hope you are getting it. If you still have a doubt, please comment it down. So you can see I have got the exactly same ID number for both the lines. But if I run it again, my both ID number will get changed. Here you can see both ID number get changed, but both are the same for each other. It changed, but respective to each other, they are both same now. Now let's move towards the tuple. Now I want to know the ID of this tuple. So I will just print ID tuple1. So I get the ID as this. Now I want to know the ID of tuple 2, and obviously it will be different from the tuple 1. As you can see, we have got the different values here. Now let's move towards the operation of tuple. So I can't, as I have already told you, that the tuple data type is an immutable data type. That means we can't change it. If I have written this tuple, now it won't get changed. If I try, then the ID of tuple 2 will be changed. I hope you are getting it, but I will give you an example. In list we append the list, but in tuple we can't. I will get the error if I try to. So I give here append function, and now I will just type here a string named as Hari, and I will run it. As you can see, I have got an error. Tuple object has no attribute append, and I got that error in line number 8 here. So we do not use append in the tuple. So how do we modify the tuple? So tuple can be modified as tuple2 is equal to, sorry, this is not an equal to, this is an assignment operator. So whatever I will write in the right hand side, that will be assigned to the left hand part. I will just remove the append function here, and now I will write the tuple2 for the output. I need to give here comma, and now you can see I have added Hari to the tuple 2, but this is not added. I have created tuple 2 another time. I have created here the first time, and then I have created here as second time, but I haven't modified it. The tuple can't be modified, as I will show you now, as print ID of tuple 2. Okay, and here I will print ID of tuple 2 again. So as I told you that if I print the ID of the same variable or the same tuple or the same list, I will get the same ID, right? But here I will get the different ID. So first remove these two things and print here tuple 2. Alright. So first I will print the tuple 2, then I will get the ID of tuple 2. After that I will add the Hari in tuple 2. Let's call it addition for now, but it is not an addition. I am creating it again, and then I will print the tuple 2 again, and then I will get the ID again here. Alright, so here you can see I have got the different IDs here, but the example that I have given you just few minutes ago, that we get the same. Let me give you that example again here. Alright, so I have created a variable named as loin, and for that I have given a value 45 here, and now I will run the program. You can check the program from here. I am printing the ID, unique ID of loin 2 times, one in the beginning and one in the end, and I will get the same. So here you can see I have got the same unique ID in the beginning also and in the end also, but I am getting different tuple IDs. Why? Because I am creating another tuple here. So these two tuples are different from each other, and these two tuples have got different unique IDs also. So I hope I have proved it that the tuple is an immutable data type.
Bruh.